Hello everybody, welcome to the Morning Metro. It is Saturday, July 21st. Hey, I got it again. Cool. 2018.
Congrats.
We are, of course, your co-hosts, Grid21 and Gertron. Well, of course, your host. I would say co-host. I meant host, but you know what I mean. But hello, good morning, Gertron.
Good morning, Brandon. How are you doing this morning?
I'm tired.
Oh my goodness.
We
stayed up too late.
We were up rather late last night playing Space Engineers because they pushed a lag-free update to their game, and Gertrude were like, you know what? Let's play this. I'm like, okay, and so we played it till about 3 in the morning. And Gertrude woke up with a migraine, and I woke up really tired.
Oh my god!
And I was supposed to go to an event with my sister, but it's raining. Well, at the time that this episode was recorded, it was raining. It probably won't be raining on Monday. I don't know, or it might be raining on Monday. I don't know because the weather's weird on the East Coast. It's really strange, honestly. So yeah, but otherwise, how are you? How are you this morning, Gertron? How are you feeling? Migraine gone?
I am doing very well, actually.
He's sitting there typing. He's like, type.
I'm not even sure if this is the right command, but we'll go to try.
What are you trying to do in Twitch chat?
Oh.
What were you trying to do?
Oh. I was trying to make sure that I was hosting you.
Oh.
Or that the Grid 21 was hosting.
I think my channel. I don't know if my wait. I don't know if my channel actually hosts. I can go fix if I have to. But yeah, of course we have a very packed show once again, so I think we'll go ahead and just slide this little intro out here and go on and get a little started. And this article actually is first be taken by you, Gertron, so you get to start everything out to the top of the morning. Let me go.
Wow.
There we go. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and go to the article view and go ahead. Apparently, Elon Musk says AI innovators sign pledge to keep to pledge not develop lethal autonomous weapon systems. Can you please explain?
Yeah.
Let's go for this.
So,
go.
Anyone who's lived in fear of being murdered by some form of artificial intelligence in the same ballpark as Skynet, which if you don't remember that one, that's Skynet. The Terminators. Terminators, yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Can sleep a little easier now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. The 2018 International Joint Conference on Artificial Intelligence has published a pledge signed by multiple scientists and industry leaders stating they'll stop the development of the kind of AI that can decide whether or not in the life of a human being, which is good news actually, because I've always worried about it because technology is getting so high up that I was a little bit worried that, you know, we'd keep going and end up making some sort of major military AI, and then all of a sudden it would turn over and kill everybody.
I never had that fear. I was just like, oh look, robots can do a thing. Cool.
you see, but that's how every movie started.
I don't. That's literally a fear I literally do not have.
I have that fear. I do.
You're paranoid.
I do.
Go on.
Well, okay. Now, according to The Verge, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, which he's making rocket ships, he's advancing technology, he's a billionaire. And 3 co-founders of Google's DeepMind initiative and Skype founder John Talon were joined by several prominent AI researchers from all over the world in adding their names to the pledge. Together, the group serves as a kind of unofficial global coalition to oppose the implementation of potentially lethal AI technology. And while the pledge isn't exactly foolproof, MIT physics professor Max Tegmark, one of the signees, says that it signals a shifting from talk action from prominent AI developers. Now, I'm just thinking, this pledge is good. I mean, we may not yet be at that point where we have AI that will turn over and kill us. But like some of our previous articles, I think her name was like Anna. It was a robot that was actually in a press conference taking answers and making up her own decisions.
Yeah,
that was a little.
That was an episode we covered I believe in season 4, actually, as I recall.
Yeah.
But are you worried you're gonna wake up one day and be like, "We are your creators. We will exterminate." It's like, alert, we have found the doctor. The doctor is here. Sorry.
My goodness.
I had to.
But I do foresee a day when that could possibly happen.
No, I don't.
Well,
I'll see that happen.
Anything's possible. Okay. What I say about technology is, if you look way back when with the Wright brothers and them saying they're going to fly and people called them crazy, and now we have rocket ships and airplanes, we're flying all over the place. I foresee a future where we have a literal Star Trek / Star Wars civilization. I do. I mean, we're already talking about colonizing the moon, colonizing Mars. We're already I think Elon Musk is actually building the first actual spaceship, the cruise liner type deal. So they can actually take just random citizens out to space. Obviously, you have to pay for the ticket, so it'll most likely only be the billionaires of the world. But we are starting to make our way to space. I mean, and I got to throw a little bit of Trump in here. Trump has created the Space Force.
Really?
Did you not hear about this?
No. Enlighten me.
He literally wants to create. We're going to have the Navy, the U.S. Air Force, the Army, and now the Space Force. They're going to be creating
the Space Force.
They're wanting to dominate space. So come on, we're getting close. We're getting close.
I don't think that space. I don't think. I actually. Side note, and sort of unrelated. Actually, the Chinese or South Korea had developed an actual laser weapon that can catch things on fire. They actually developed an actual laser rifle. A literal laser rifle.
Yeah, we do too. We already have a laser rifle too that does the same thing. We use microwaves though.
No. This uses literal infrared lasers.
That's basic. Okay.
There's a difference. Microwaves is one thing. Laser is an actual infrared beam that can burn so hot it can actually catch things on fire.
Yeah. We have stuff like that too. We have railguns.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just saying that the way technology's going, you might be laughing about the whole AI thing, thinking it's
I wasn't laughing. I'm just saying. I just don't think it. I feel like, because the thing about it is that, like, science fiction, not all of it, I think, will make it to reality. I don't know.
It's getting there. I mean, we already have shields. I mean, granted, it's only about the size of a softball, but still, that proves that it's possible. We already have teleportation, though they were only able to teleport a grape from one side of the room to like a foot away.
I love Enderwolf's. I love Enderwolf's comment. So they can wait. So can
America cook my chicken nuggets with a gun?
I was trying to read it, and my brain was like, why does this grammatically not make any sense? But yes, we could essentially cook chicken nuggets with a laser gun. Yes. I'd like to also make a funny personal note. My Christmas lights in my room just fell down because the tape gave way because I was using Scotch tape to hold them up. I have to go fix it after stream.
Oh my goodness.
And speaking of, sorry. Okay. Go ahead. If you're still, go ahead.
I'm gonna rant for like two more seconds about this.
Fine.
Technology will get to the point where we do have a Star Trek civilization, barring any major war that destroys the world. I'm just saying, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I mean, the Chinese already has cloaks, like legit cloaks.
Fascinating.
But yeah, your turn.
Okay. Well, speaking of microwaves and all things that do transmission, 5G service is coming, and so are health concerns over the towers that support it. Now, I wanted to do a quick little educational thing. So, 5G technology, first of all, has existed in cell phones for several years now. You've heard of like 4G LTE, 5G technology for cell phones. Essentially, it's a faster way of data transmitting through the airwaves. 5G has a shorter transmission band, and things like 2.4 have a longer transmission band. But it's not. I mean, if you do it right, 2.4 can actually be just as good, if not theoretically better than 5G. But there is now talks of putting in 5G wireless towers in local neighborhoods. So basically, let's see what my notes said before I go any further here. ABCnews.com report is saying that 5G technology is fast. It could pose a health risk to people. However, studies are inconsistent on the effects of 5G technology. So let me go ahead and get my chat back up and my OBS back up here. Also, Ventus, thank you for following the Morning Metro, I might add, as well. Appreciate that. The wireless industry is in a race to roll out 5G service. The network is supposed to be up to 100 times faster than current data speeds, but requires cell phone tower equipment to be closer to users than before. Wireless companies in the US say they'll have to install 300,000 new antennas, roughly equal to the total number of cell towers built over the past 3 decades. That's causing outrage and alarm in some neighborhoods as antennas go up around homes. Now let me continue on reading here. At the lab in New York, Verizon invited CBS News' Tony Dokopil to meet some of the entrepreneurs developing tools to run on the next generation of wireless technology. Jonathan Reeves, the CEO of Avero, Avizio, okay, said 5G service is extremely important to the company's mission. His product allows users in different locations to interact with 3D images projected through a lens. Today we can do this Wi-Fi technology, and we can do it using landline technology, but of course you're then tied to particular locations. With 5G, now we can begin to extend this. So we can actually begin to start doing this on building sites. We can start doing it on factory floors. So it really opens up a whole new world. Reeves said. Now, I want to say that I don't feel. First of all, I want to comment on this. I don't feel like my internet is not fast enough on my phone. Okay, I will be honest. I don't generally do a lot of surfing on my phone. And the funny part is, I still have the old mindset of, I'll wait till I get home to look it up. So even though I have Chrome on my Note 4, I still have the old mindset of I have to wait till I get home to look this up. And I'm like, oh wait a minute, I have a web browser on my phone. But I hate mobile surfing anyway. Like I actually do, because it's really annoying. And honestly, like I don't mean to sound lazy, but it really is kind of annoying. It's just not my thing. Let me scroll down to the important. Okay.
While you're looking up that,
go ahead.
Honestly, I think all the hubbub about 5G being issues is not that big of a deal. It really. What we'll do ultimately is we will adapt. Those who cannot survive are not worth it.
Oh.
Okay. That was a little tough right there.
Oh, that was very dark.
We will adapt and we will survive. Survival of the fittest. If your genes can't take 5G, then you definitely can't take 6G when it comes out.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible. I do not support this mindset. This is Gertron. So if you want to email us, Gertron will be opening that email. I will not be reading that, and he'll have to deal with it. Kappa.
I will talk to you on the Morning Metro Rant about all this. Shameless plug.
Well, it's an extension of our show anyway. Anyway. So, scrolling down a little bit here, yet some don't share the enthusiasm. The cell towers, called small cell towers, but they are not so small when they are in front of your yard, said Donna Bowen. She is protesting plans to convert light poles in her Montgomery County, Maryland neighborhood into small cell sites. This will cause cancer, Byron said. She was one of the several people who raised health concerns about the radiation emitted by the equipment at the government hearing last month. Cell phone equipment does not emit radiation, but research on its health effects has been inconsistent, according to the National Cancer Institute. A limited number of studies have shown that some evidence of statistical association of cell phone use and brain tumor risks, but some studies have found no association. I have heard of this. But I don't. I know that there was a company that was actually selling a little pad thingy that you could put over your ear to essentially cut down the amount of radiation that hit your brain. I don't really.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, okay. I want to be really. Okay. Let me hold on. Back up. Okay. I have a wireless headset right now. It uses 5G technology to connect to a base station in my. So there's a small base station off camera that my headset syncs to, and there's constant data throughput all the time. As far as I know, I don't feel sick, and as far as I know, my brain is fine. And the transmitter is literally sitting right next to.
Disagree with that, but that's okay.
I mean, Gertron, is your headset not wireless?
No, my headset's totally wired.
It's wired. Okay, I thought it was wireless. Okay, I
don't have wireless. Okay, let's be fair and let's be honest here.
Let's shred this.
I do not like wireless anything.
Okay, why? Is it a security risk or what? What's your thought on this?
Speed.
Really?
Reliability and speed.
That's okay. I can take that. Okay. No, it's fine. I can take that. Go on.
Okay, yeah.
No, go ahead.
I mean, come on. If you're on a wireless headset, then it could all of a sudden, go in and out because connection got lost or something like that.
I love I love Girl Next Door's tinfoil hats. Problem solved. Girl Next Door, I love you. You're great.
And everyone says Gertron's headset is wire full.
But I mean, I don't understand why. How much faster do we need to go?
Well,
4G LTE is pretty flippin' fast, guys. If you want, I will do a live test of 4G LTE on my phone right now and tell you how fast it is. You want to know? We're doing this. We're doing this. I am going to do a live demonstration.
We're doing this.
Okay, let me find the speed test app. All right, hold on. Because I need to prove a point here. We don't need it. Okay, LTE Android closest. No, let's do a server in Virginia because that would be. Let's do that. Okay, where's the server in Virginia? All right. We'll do this one. All right, here we go. Doing a live test. All right, for the camera. All right, I'll read the results. Extreme bucket demo, right?
Oh my.
Okay, so that was a down. I think this is the up. I will read this because
it's taking too long.
Because this is the audio. Because some people on audio are gonna know are gonna know. Okay, here we go. Ping 24 milliseconds. Download 6.62 megabits per second. Upload 19.8 megabits per second. I say that's pretty freaking.
Six.
I think that's great. I could live stream on my phone to Twitch on 4G LTE. It can be done.
Okay.
So I don't think these towers are necessary.
I think you're having issues. Let me disconnect from that and see. I got 4G LTE as well, but in my area, let's see. Let me. Come on. Where's my speed test app? I don't know where it went. my goodness. Okay. I don't think I'm going to find it quick enough. Oh my goodness. Can't find it. Oh boy. Did I? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Waiting for it to find a server, and I got to make sure I know what I'm looking at. Go. There you go. There you go.
Oh, snap.
Do you see why I'm saying there's something wrong with yours? Do you see?
Okay, what company are you with? I'm with T-Mobile. What's your provider?
AT&T, but they use the same towers. And granted, there's something wrong with the towers in your area, because if your upload's faster than your download, there's issues.
Okay, I could have done a server. I could have done a server that was local to my area rather than something that was further away.
So I have 107 down and 11.9 up on my wireless, on my AT&T servers.
Okay, fine. All right. Well, anyway, I don't know. I just don't feel like we live in such a rural area where there's constantly routers, there's constantly like everything. I don't see why this is. I don't. Maybe I'm just taking this apart too much. I don't think it's necessary, but that's just me. Whether or not it cause cancer, whatever. You got to die of something. It might as well be of something that you love doing.
Exactly.
I hate to sound terrible, but
if you can't survive it, then you're weak.
I'm just kind of like, you know what? No one cares. All right. Okay. We're moving on. I'm done talking about this article. We're moving on. Gertrude, I believe this is yours, I think?
Yep.
FDA crackdown.
The FDA is butting its head into places where it shouldn't be. The FDA is to crack down on non-dairy beverages labeled as milk.
Okay. First of all, I don't trust the FDA to begin with, but sorry, go on.
I know, right?
Right, go.
Okay, so non-dairy products such as soy milk, almond milk, may not be able to label themselves as milk anymore. Federal regulators announced this week. As noted by the New York Post, milk is defined as coming from the milking of one or more healthy cows. According to federal rules, and soy milk and almond milk do not fall under this category. I'm like, okay, so maybe you need to redefine milk, because if they're defining milk as milking of one or more healthy cows, what about goat milk? What about the other milk that you get from other animals? So that's a whole nother issue. This often unenforced rule is one of the many listed by the FDA for maintaining how certain name of products must be identified. Commissioner Scott Gottlieb of the FDA said on Tuesday that we have not been enforcing our own standard of identity, but letting these rules go unenforced, according to the Post. Okay, so just to start off with, what are they going to call almond milk now? I mean,
that's a really good point.
On Facebook, where I found this article, somebody said, well, nobody's going to want to drink something that's called nut juice. Because almond's a nut.
Wait, no, never mind. I'm not going to make that joke. I made that joke last night. Never mind. I was going to make a joke, and then
Go for it. Hey, we're on the TMM. We're on the TMM.
Nutter juice.
Nutter juice.
I mean,
who is going to want to drink it?
I mean, okay, first of all, why is this a thing? I feel like we need to have a new part of. I feel like we need to have a new show, a new sub thing of TMM called "Why Is This a Thing?"
I know.
It's like we need to have a sub show just to go like, excuse me, like, can I just? Why? I'm literally sitting here. I'm literally like this.
Oh my goodness.
Why? I don't know. I feel like there are more important things to worry about than labeling what is considered milk. Okay, it's it just, you know.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I mean, like, no, we don't. And again, stupid things that we worry about in America that just like, I'm like, are you serious right now? No wonder nothing gets done.
Does that mean they have to get rid of buttermilk pancakes, buttermilk lotion, you know, anything buttermilk related? What
kind of crazy nut jobs country do I live in?
Nice nut jobs. yes, as we're talking about nut juices. Oh
no,
my God.
But I'm like,
okay.
I'm being like absolutely serious. Like, what kind of nut state do I live in that like this is actually a thing that the who sits around at the FDA office thinking, we should go relabel milk.
Yeah.
Get a life.
And Enroll says, what are they going to call milk moo juice? Well, no. Actual
Moo
milk
juice
can continue to be called actual milk. It's anything else that has the word milk in it. If it doesn't have actual milk in it, then it won't work. So here's how I think a lot of these companies are going to get away with it. They're going to add like 0.1% milk to everything. Like so little, but enough that they can still call it milk.
So we went from 0.2% to 0.1% in a matter of just a simple FDA ruling.
Exactly.
Genius, idiot.
I'm just like,
I don't know. I feel like the FDA has lost its bananas.
And
it's a bunch of monkeys sitting around smelling their toes and wondering what we should label milk as.
Oh my goodness.
As most of the government things. So yeah. Okay, I'm done. Yeah. We're done.
Now, changes to the industry are not expected to happen overnight, though. The FDA must first notify the companies of these products and ask for public comment. Those notifications are likely to be issued in about a year. So, in about a year or two from now, I'm going to be curious what almond milk is relabeled as. Just saying. But yeah, that's all I got to say about this article.
All I got to say is nutter juice.
Nutter juice.
All right, moving on to the next article here. Innovative project harness Legos and smartphones in a fight against invisible deadly weapons. Now there's a video here. Should I could just cheat and just watch the video, couldn't I?
You could.
I could, and I'm going to. This comes from foxnews.com in their tech section, so let's go ahead and watch along, shall we?
Have been in the news a lot recently. Really scary stuff. They can be incredibly deadly, incredibly lethal, unfortunately, and the deaths that they bring upon their victims doesn't bear thinking about. Wanted to give you some good news, though. Thanks to that good old-fashioned American ingenuity here in the United States, out in Austin, Texas, a team has come up with a way to be able to detect and identify the type of threat that you might be facing. Now, why does that matter, you might ask? Well, it does matter because this is a danger we can't see. Chemical weapons can travel by air. They're invisible. They're odorless most often. This is really quite horrible. They can be engineered to linger in a battle space, so contaminate a battle space for a duration of time so that anyone traveling through that space, whether it's aid workers, whether it's Red Cross, whether it's soldiers, oppositional forces, those people can get contaminated and fall victim to the agent. Imagine you're living in a city. Let's take New York City, that's where we're filming right now. If you could spray an agent like this on, for example, the subway or in taxis, those yellow iconic taxis all over the city, you spray this agent, it has a lingering power of months. And it has the ability to cause horrible, painful suffering and possible death. And that's that you download, kind of like an app on. So incredibly expensive to go out there. There hasn't been a great way that you can just kind of on the go, on the fly, identify these things. You kind of have to take swabs and whatnot. Now,
cut to the chase, lady.
American ingenuity. Legos plus smartphone plus software that you download, kind of like an app on your phone. this team in Austin has come up with this amazing way to not just detect, but also identify, like I said earlier, the substance. And it matters because every second can count. And if you know what kind of substance you've been hit by, then you can get, your medical support can get you the right sort of antidote, hopefully, but right treatment, and every second can count, especially when you're suffering to that degree. Every second matters.
Okay, lady, get to the point.
Legos, something readily available all over the United States.
All right, you know what? She's talking too much. Let's get to the point. I ain't got time for this. All right, so sorry. She's real. I'm gonna be honest. There's some people that are just really good at presenting things. She is not good at those. Okay, let me try to. Okay, University of Texas at Austin Research has devised a simple way to hunt difficult to find deadly nerve agent weapons by using two items found in most American homes: Legos and a smartphone. Are two of the key components in this ingenious MacGyver-worthy device. If need be, first responders can theoretically construct their own detection device on the fly using this breakthrough. Chemical weapons are very dangerous. To save lives, time is of the essence. Typically, you will not be able to spot the weapon whether it is airborne or on the surface of an object. Chemical weapons tend to be invisible, odorless, and tasteless. Take the recent incident at the UK involving the Russian nerve agent dubbed
Novichok.
Novichok. Authorities have been researching for the source for months after two Russian nationals first came into contact with the nerve and became gravely ill. And now, months later, it is believed the two British nationals came in contact with a horrible substance, and one of them has already died. Once the source of attack is located, you need to know the type of... Okay, can we get to the point to where they actually talk about...
No, this is on you.
No, I know. I'm just trying to find...
What is it?
Okay, let me see. Okay, so what is it? The key components to this new method of detection are an ordinary smartphone and some special software downloaded onto the phone, a box made from Lego bricks, a ultraviolet light, a standard 96 well test plate, and a special sauce, so to speak. Special sauce, so to speak. Why Legos? To get to the good. Trying to read. To get a good reading on the camera, a box constrict light is necessary. Pedro Medola, a clinical assistant professor at UT University, came up with the idea of using Legos. They're readily available, lightweight, and relatively inexpensive compared to alternatives like 3D printers. Here on the U.S. home soil, hefty price tags on detection devices impact the ability of local law enforcement to have arsenal ready for widespread distribution in an emergency. These devices can be very expensive and not something many police departments could afford. So how does it work? Eric... and I wish these people's names. People, name your children easier names, please. Thank you. A chemistry professor at
not gonna happen.
At UT Austin has created remarkable chemical compounds that neutralize nerve agents and expose the hidden danger. This makes the otherwise invisible nerve agents glow so they can be seen by the naked eye. Each nerve agent yields a slightly different color and brightness thanks to amazing fluorescent generating chemical sensors. First responders can use this to reveal which nerve agent is being used in an attack, detect where it is located, and identify how much has been deployed. However, these variations can be distinguished by the naked eye. That's where the smartphone camera comes in. A smartphone camera is sensitive enough to detect the differences in color and its brightness in glowing reaction. After a smartphone has taken a photo of the glowing object, specially developed software analyzes color and brightness. It then provides the first responder with the type of nerve agent and its concentration. Within minutes, it can detect and identify different nerve agents.
Okay. So I'm just...
It's a very long article, but yes. Okay, so basically, to try to summarize this, they make a box out of Legos, a light constricted box. They put a smartphone in it. They have software that the smartphone runs that makes it easy to detect chemicals. Boom, done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Boom,
That was
done.
okay.
There
I
we
gotta
go.
be. I got one more rant. That was the worst article ever written on Fox News. That could have. They need to write. They should have gone directly to the point. I feel like that they took what that lady said and like made this long. I just no bad writing. Now you can talk, Gertron. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is a good idea because it will save money, a lot of money compared to, the devices that you would buy that are actually designed to do this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, it's a lot easier to get Legos. Of course, it's probably not as durable. You probably have to super glue everything.
Well, yeah.
But besides that, it's probably lighter. It's cheaper.
Yeah, probably more likely. Yes.
I'm just saying. So I think it's a good idea. I'm gonna laugh when the day comes and you go into like a store and they have one of these just set up somewhere.
Build your own chemical detection box.
Oh my goodness.
Lego will basically make a new Lego set that is basically your own chemical detection box.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? That's actually a really good way to get kids into science and chemistry. Actually, it's a good encourager of it.
Yeah,
so
they could actually create an actual box with everything you need in it.
Yeah.
To build it and directions and everything.
It could work.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Maybe a special deal, it comes with its own smartphone.
There you go. Or something of that kind. I just told my mother about the FDA thing. Oh gosh, Ender. I hate to think what she thought of it. But yeah, that's it's pretty interesting. It's a nice way to reuse something. I mean, I love the innovation of Legos in general. Is really cool. Like, I mean, part of the reason why I'm doing some of the things I do now is probably because of Legos. One of the things I would always encourage parents, like with kids, is to make sure that they have Legos, regular string, and tape. I swear, those are the three most useful objects in the world. The things you come up with just those three is ridiculous.
Yes. When I was a kid, I had like 3 or 4 big 5-gallon. No, that's too small. We're talking there are containers like this and this, just filled with Legos, like 5 of them, and it was amazing. Yes, Enderwolf. I have no idea what they're gonna call them. They'll come up with something, but that's just dumb. I really, really, really hope that they fight against that.
Yeah, because I think it's dumb. It's stupid.
I think the reason why they use we're gonna go back to the previous article right quick because Underwolf's kind of bringing it up.
Beep, beep, beep. Backing up the truck.
I think the reason why they call it like almond milk is because it's a milky substance.
Oh,
milky creamy substance. That'd be good. Almond cream doesn't really work.
Almond cream.
I don't know, but we'll see in about a year from now. When it does actually happen, I will go out and I will buy whatever it's called because I like almond milk. So I will go out. I will see what they renamed it. And I will bring it back for y'all to see.
Cool. I think we're ready to move on to the next thing. I'm done with the. I think. Are you good with the Lego story, or were you gonna? We're good. All right, we're moving on. We gotta. This truck's got to go forward. So let's put it in drive and let's keep going forward. All right. And this is for art. This article is for Gertron.
Wars is coming back, and fans are pumped for it. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Okay.
I'm so happy. Star Wars: The Clone Wars is coming back. I watched.
I didn't know it left.
And like, it did.
I didn't know it left.
In the middle of the 5th.
Did they make the jump to light space?
Yes, I'm gonna say yes. Yes.
I'm trying to make a really bad joke.
The original series, which ran for 5 seasons on Cartoon Network, was abruptly canceled mid-season 6 when Disney bought Lucasfilms, leaving fans wondering what happened next in the story and what Dave Filoni had planned. Are you kidding me? I'm so happy because I was watching it, and when I got to season 6, it was like a huge drop. I was like, what happened? I want to see the Clone Wars finish out. I don't care how many more seasons there are, but they got to finish it out to where they end at the clones turning against the Jedi. That's got to be a part of the Clone Wars. It just has to. Now, of course, they did come out with Star Wars Rebels, which was great. I totally love Star Wars Rebels as well, but Star Wars Clone Wars was the best. It was the thing. Now, Grid, there's a video here. There's actually a couple videos, but they're all the same.
You know what the weird part is? The videos are actually not loading for me at all on this page. It keeps there's literally icons. There's literally these box says loading. Like literally, there's entire.
Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Find it. We're playing it. Go to YouTube.
Okay.
Find it.
I don't normally do on the fly stuff, but what am I looking up though?
This is the Clone Wars season 7. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see.
Oh, season 7. Okay, space. What trailer? Am I looking up trailer?
Find it in YouTube. I'm finding.
Trailer itself.
There we go. I think I found it. I'm gonna make sure. Play.
You're okay. Can you beam me a link?
Yep, found it.
In the TMM Discord. Thank you. Copy. All right. Let's put this in here. Right. All right. This comes from YouTube. And unfortunately, the bad part is people.
Oh wait! No! Stop! That was fan made.
Oh, fan made. Rip.
They totally lied to me. Are you?
We were lied to. There's
to me.
There's one. It's a Comic-Con trailer.
Go for it. Yeah, that's actually what it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure.
This comes from YouTube.com.
I don't know what you're looking at.
By the way,
I don't know what you're looking at.
Movie access trailers credit. There you go.
Oh,
so here we go.
My goodness.
Name's Rex. You'll call me Captain or Sir.
Oh.
War does not come with a guarantee. No soldier gets the promise of safety. My designation is Trooper 27-5555, sir. We call him Fives. I'm Heavy. This is Echo. I'm Commander Cody, your new boss. Sir, yes, sir! Looks like we got ourselves a batch of shinies, Commander. Look around. We're one and the same. Same heart, same blood. Your training is in your blood. And my blood's boiling for a fight. So I have any idea what you've done? This is our war. This can't be good. We need to pull back. Get on the portals. If we can draw them out, we can see them. If we can see them, we can hit them.
I don't like Anakin's render character. Character model looks really bad. Girl next door is confused.
I don't care if you're confused.
All right,
It's
Rex.
Star Wars, the Clone Wars.
You brought us all the way back here.
Oh. Hadn't seen her in a while.
Hello, Master. It's been a while.
Yes. It's so ecstatic. So happy. So happy. Oh my goodness.
See, here's the thing. I never got to watch any of this because I don't have cable. So I never got to watch
cable. I watch it online. I don't use cable.
Well, I never got to watch any. I never got to watch any of it.
You need to. If you're any sort of a Star Wars fan, you have to start with season 1 and you have to watch the entire thing.
Before
season 7 comes out.
I need to rant about. I need to sort of like vent about something. I really hate that I was raised with the mindset that there are only certain things viewable on cable. Because years later, I'm discovering there are third-party websites that actually have this stuff, and I'm like, you know, I've been conditioned to think this, and it's horrible. The power of marketing that it conditions you to think this bull crap.
Yes.
So
the on darewatch.com has everything, and it updates like 30 minutes after it comes out live. It's updated with HD versions of it. You just have to make sure you have an ad blocker up, that's about it. All your TV shows, even movies, all of it.
Cool.
So yes, shameless plug. They should pay me. But there you go.
Right.
Okay, so I am so happy for the new season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I'm so excited. Here's some comments from some people. They're Stribling. I've been sitting here for an hour frantically refreshing my Twitter feed. This show is so important to me and really made me fall in love with Star Wars all over again. I'm literally in tears. I am so happy. Hashtag Clone Wars saved. Now, and we go down to Mike DaCosta, coworker. Are you crying? Me? Clearly, as the trailer blasts on my laptop.
Oh, gosh.
And Bobby K, I kept saying that this could happen during the 10th Annie panel for the past few weeks, but I only thought it was a fool's hope. I can't believe it's actually happening. I am so freaking excited. Thank you at Star Wars, hashtag Clone Wars Save.
Oh, man.
Hashtag Clone Wars, hashtag Star Wars.
Wow, that's
and
quite
right
the
below
fandom.
that, you have an image of a lady who's watching it, and she is literally crying and
oh my
ecstatic
goodness.
about it.
Okay, I understand you're excited. Just don't go overboard.
Sorry, but I'm going over.
No. I love Girl Next Door's chat is oh this series. Why do you say oh this series?
Oh my god.
I feel like it's like a small burn or a small like not a burn, a small like oh this series.
Oh my goodness. And I'm gonna read one more thing. Ryan Pollard makes stuff. My wife and I just screamed at each other over the phone for 5 minutes, then we cried, of course, because it's Ahsoka. I know I'm a big baby. I don't care. Hashtag Clone Wars saved. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I am so excited.
Okay.
I am. Yes.
Sweet deals.
Because the whole idea of Star Wars Clone Wars, it is between season 3 or episode 3 when the clone. Episode 3 is when the clones turn on everybody. It'd be episode 2, between episode 2 and episode 3. It's everything that happened in between. The actual war between the clones and the separatists. So rather than just getting those few little tidbits, you're getting a full story of what actually happened. Which is why it's so amazing, which I really wish they would actually do an actual movie live action with it all, but that would be so expensive, which is probably why they went the cartoon route.
If you want to go ahead and read some of the comments in the chat, Gertron, that since this is your...
The Girl Next Door. I watched 2 episodes and lost interest, but those were probably filler episodes, so I probably doesn't get a good impression. Not the show's fault, maybe. It is not the show's fault.
Love autocorrect on the phone. Oh yeah, autocorrect's good.
Yeah. I think what you should do, The Girl Next Door, you need to at least watch an entire season. Because it's true, a lot of shows, a lot of TV series, not really movies because that's different ballpark. The first few episodes are kind of slow, but then it picks up speed. I mean, like with The Walking Dead, for instance, when I first started watching, I was like, this is really dumb. But when I got to the second season, they had fixed a lot of stuff and they were better acting. Then it was like awesome. So if you're a Star Wars fan, at least watch the first season, and if you can manage through that and you see it's getting better, then watch the second one and see what happens there.
Fair enough. Cool. All right, moving on to some game news, because this is also a game channel. So beside, I love the amount of things. Eventually, actually, guys, for those of you that are listening, in a future episode of TMN, we're actually also going to have a sports writer, because there's a friend of mine that is into sports and very much up on that kind of thing. So we will actually have a future sports section to TMM. Eventually, TMM will be the show for everyone, is what I'm hoping for at some point. But if you saw E3 and if you're into the Fallout series, Fallout 76 was announced at E3, and PCgamer.com wrote up quite the article on that. Let's see. Let me read my host note. Read parts grid finds interesting. I love my notes sometimes. It's great. Because that's so descriptive. So, read the top of this. At the press conference at E3, Bethesda finally dropped some major bombs about Fallout 76. Hot pun intended. Drop bombs because it's about nuclear bombs going off. Where's the sound effect for it? Hold on. Which they've been teasing since the end of May. These revelations include its release date, what kind of game it is, and some details about the world and what you'll be able to do in it. In the days since, developer Todd Howard has elaborated on several other details in the game, which we've captured below. Here's everything we know so far about Fallout 76. Now, I'm not going to read the entire thing because it's literally a very long very long article, so I don't want to go like too crazy with it. But I will cover this part. So Fallout 76 is an online multiplayer survival game. So Gertron, I mean, I know you like survival stuff, and there'll be crazy monsters. You and I should play this.
Yes, when it comes out, of course, we're gonna wait a couple weeks after it's released
to make sure it's good. Yeah,
think about it. And,
we should play this together.
We honestly should have waited for Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah,
we should have waited.
I'm sorry, I had something in my throat here. As rumored, Fallout 76 is an online multiplayer survival game in the vein of DayZ or Rust. That's quite the departure from Fallout's traditional single-player roots. Though Bethesda confirmed that Fallout 76 will have a storyline and quests to complete as a single-player RPGs. And unlike some other online survival games, you'll be sharing the world with relatively few other players. There won't be hundreds of players per server, but dozens. Good. On 76 sprawling map, that it sounds like you won't be running into other players every time you turn around. When you die, you won't lose your progress either. Thank you, God.
Oh, that's good. Oh my goodness.
This is not an MMO, and this is not a battle royale. Bethesda said. Pete Hines told Variety, "It's supposed to feel like they just left the vault. It will feature yes.
I got to cut in here. When it says this is not an MMO and this is not a battle royale, there are going to be servers coming up. I can guarantee it that there will be it's a battle royale. This is the whole point. You find other players, you kill them.
Another Fortnite. I mean, what? I mean, PUBG. I mean, what?
It could be. It could be.
There's too many battle royale games. I'm getting bored with them. It's supposed to feel like they just left the vault. Okay, it will feature a base building system that look familiar to Fallout 4's settlement construction features and centenary defense systems. Those bases, as shown in gameplay footage, can be attacked and destroyed by enemies. According to Bethesda's Todd Howard, you'll be able to build your settlement anywhere on the map you desire, and you'll even be able to pack it up and move it elsewhere. Thank you, God. See, okay, this is one of the things I worry about video games. Especially, this happens in Minecraft. If anybody who's played Minecraft will know what I'm talking about when I say... I have built a house in Minecraft. I have lost my house in Minecraft, and I've had to build a brand new house somewhere else that was not as nice as the original house. Thank you, Lord, that Bethesda was smart enough to say, hey, you can take your house with you, essentially turtle.
Oh my goodness.
Essentially a turtle.
Yes. Yes, I think you and I will have if the game turns out to be good, we will have fun building bases.
All right. So some other things. Bethesda plans to support mods, but not at launch. Mods have been a major part of Bethesda's RPG, providing new content, tweaks, fixes, and hundreds of extra hours of enjoyment through user-created content. The relevance that Fallout 76 being an online game had everyone wondering if it would be moddable. We love mods, and so we are 100% committed to doing that in 76 as well, Todd Howard said, speaking to Geoff Keighley at E3. We will not be able to do that at launch, though. Our goal for launch, this is really new for us, is have a well-running, robust service, and then some period later, we're currently still designing what the service looks like. You'll be able to have your own private world and be able to mod it and do all of that. Which
is good. That is good. I completely understand why Bethesda doesn't want to do mods right off the bat, because mods can completely break a game if the game itself isn't set well,
yes,
firm in its foundation. So that's good.
Yes, so they're making, and this is one of the things that, okay, this is one of the things where game developers need to probably take note of how Bethesda does things. They make sure that their game runs well. EA, Crystal Dynamics, sorry, what? Before they launch their game. Because there's been several games, No Man's Sky, which we're going to talk about toward the end of the show, ironically enough, actually.
I'm sorry,
Space Engineers.
They're constantly updating it, so they're working on it, and technically
Rise of the Tomb Raider had its bugs.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ark Survival, major resource pig. Not a hog, it's a pig.
Oh my goodness. It's a bore.
Yeah, this is why I love TMM. I can just call things what I actually think about them and stuff. It's fun. So let me go back to let me find my place again. The robot service, we're currently still designing what that looks
right
like.
Above where it says when that in Fallout 7 take place. That in itself isn't the clear statement, and it sounds like Bethesda isn't yet sure exactly how modded content will work, but other online survival games like Ark Survival and Rust have mod support, so there's clearly a way to make mods work online without jeopardizing the game. It just won't be right away. So the location for 76 is in West Virginia, which I actually live very close to, surprisingly. Let's see. It's going to take place in the year 2002. According to the computer logs found in Fallout 3, and mentioned by the announcer at the start of Fallout 4, Vault 76 was one of the 17 control vaults designed to house 500 inhabitants and scheduled to automatically open 20 years after the war by forcing its residents to re-enter the world. Their success could be studied and compared against other vaults that remained locked. You'll be able to play solo. It's not a full, it's not a full on PvP, which is kind of cool. Yes. There's no NPCs, which I'm sad. The map is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. Ooh. Fallout 76 boasts a numerous world 4 times as big as Fallout 4, according to Bethesda. This world was built with new tech as well. Quote, we will always start with the world, and this time it features new rendering, lighting, and landscape technology, Todd Howard said at E3. Okay, I love when they start working on rendering technologies and lighting and stuff, because honestly, one of my favorite things about games is actually the graphics. Because honestly, like, I love having games that I play that just push my hardware and see, okay, how far can a 4790 and a 980 Ti go before it's like I'm done. Now my only thing is I hope it will be easy enough to stream, because that's the other thing, because I'm reaching the limit of my computer, which is sad, and I'm worried about whether I'll be able to stream this. I will probably, when did you say it's coming out? I think you said it was like November 2018.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember what the exact date was in here. Talks about the kinds of enemies.
Yeah, November 14th, 2018 is the release date. Oh, that's close enough to my birthday. I'm saving up money for a new computer.
I wish I need to raise money for a new computer. Yeah. Some of the enemy creatures you'll meet are based on local folklore of West Virginia, such as Wendigo, seen above, and the mammoth, which can be glimpsed flapping its giant wings in the trailer. Let's see. You can launch nukes. Ooh, and irritate entire areas of the map. Ooh, nukes.
Nukes. I'm sorry, but if I got a hold of nukes, I would just be pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah. Actually, okay. This is interesting. It's based on scrapped plans for Fallout 4 multiplayer. Ooh. Fallout 76 is the multiplayer designed from Fallout 4. Oh, Todd Howard said in a documentary about making of the video game. While developing Fallout 4, Bethesda wondered, hey, should we do multiplayer? Probably not. Would it be okay? Okay, it would be this. Let's talk it through. Okay, that's pretty awesome. While it was ultimately decided not to include multiplayer features in Fallout 4, Bethesda kept discussing the idea, which originated as far back as 2013. Eventually, they decided to make a separate game around the idea of online play with the help of Battlecry Studios, a subsidiary of Bethesda's parent company, Zenimax. Oh, so Bethesda's, I was wondering, because I was trying to call Bethesda to ask about job openings. That explains why I got the Zenimax office. Oh, I didn't know that.
My goodness.
I learned something today. Battlecry recently rebranded to Bethesda Game Studios Austin. Oh, I feel smarter now. I actually feel like I learned something on this show, and I'm the host. Cool.
Good deal.
Cool deal.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So, I'm excited. Gertrude,
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Of course, let's not get too hyped up and wait for the actual release and see what actually happens.
Right, of course. And of course, there's an official trailer.
It could be a complete flop.
There is a trailer on PC Gamer's website, but we're starting to go about 5 minutes over an hour. So I think we're gonna just keep it going.
Have 2 articles left.
Still 2 articles left. So, but yeah, that looks fantastic, and I'm looking forward to this. All right, a second last article with a new sound effect to go with it. I'm gonna send this article over to Gertrude, our political analyst. Here we go.
Illegal immigrants are registering to vote for the San Francisco School Board. Are you kidding me? Okay. Seriously. Illegal immigrants. As far as I'm concerned, illegal immigrants they only have the basic human rights. They have no other rights. I'm not saying, when I say basic human rights, I mean we need to treat them with kindness. We don't go off and kill them. We don't do crazy stuff like that. But I do not think illegal immigrants have any rights whatsoever to vote for anything.
It's not even constitutional.
Yeah.
I think under the Constitution, that's illegal for them to vote. They have to be registered citizens of the United States for them to vote. This just gets more and more irritating. Okay, go on.
I know. Harmeet Dillon states, I think the right to cast a ballot goes along with citizenship and should. And Harmeet Dillon is a Republican National Committee member. Now, right now it's just on school boards. And the city of San Francisco this week began allowing non-citizens, including illegal immigrants, to register to vote in November election for the city school board. Why? Okay, what's the next step here? The next step is California is going to be trying to say, okay, well, illegal immigrants can now vote in our actual elections for like government positions and presidency. And then what happens? No longer do you need to be a citizen to define what's going to happen in the world. Here's what could happen. In the future, if all of this goes through and what they're trying to do.
Future.
Exactly. What's going to happen is when you get ready for a presidential election, there's going to be thousands of people crossing the border specifically to vote for one person. And it's because we're saying, oh, they can't. I'm sorry. you are not here legally and you are not a citizen of the United States, you have no right to vote for anything, for any public governmental office at all.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yeah, because as I said, like constitutionally, like it doesn't even make any sense for them to vote, in all honesty, because if they're not legally part of this country, I don't understand how they're getting. I don't know how this is allowed to go through, or even how they're even getting away with this, because it doesn't work. Legally, it doesn't even work.
Hillary Ronan of the city's Board of Supervisors states this is no-brainer legislation. As she told the publication, why would we not want our parents invested in the education of their children? Well, okay. I'm sorry, that's not the point. They are here illegally. Now, here's the good news on it, which I'm not sure if it's actually talked about here in the article. I watch the news and I keep on top of some of this stuff. They have to register to vote, which means if they're here illegally, they are now registered and they can be tracked, because registrations to vote not be hidden. They are public, meaning that the government can say, hey, I want the list of everybody who's been registered to vote. And we want to see the list and who's registered to vote. Not necessarily who did they vote for, but who's registered, and are they here legally, or are they a citizen? And now they got a whole list that they can go off of. So that's sort of a good thing, but still, I don't think they should be eligible to vote in any elections at all.
Yeah.
Now, the victory is that, as far as San Franciscans go, the San Franciscans voted for this in the face of what's happening nationwide now. We stand strong, but there is also risk. So we see San Franciscans have set aside a fund to make sure these immigrant communities are fully educated on their rights. Also, there are risks in this time and place in our country. Fewer told the Chronicle. She said it's not clear whether non-citizen voting registries could be hidden from federal records, because voting records are considered public information. I think in this case in particular, what is very risky is that we don't know where this president will go, she added. Are there risks involved? Absolutely. But quite frankly, there are risks involved for all of us with Trump's administration. There's risks involved with anybody who is against America. Trump is here, and he is for America. He's America first. So if you're here illegally, Trump's coming after you.
I think honestly, this whole illegal immigrants thing is getting really ridiculous. This really needs to stop. This has been an ongoing issue for several months. It's been in and out of the news. The liberals
it's been longer than that.
Whatever. I mean, the liberals are flipping mad. Too bad. Grow up, be adults, make smart decisions. Don't be an idiot. And I'm sorry, if you're here illegally, go home. If you're not going to legalize yourself, go home. Don't bring your problems with us. Get legalized. Follow our laws. End of story. Goodbye.
Goodbye. If you're here illegally, we need to ship you right out. And
I'm sorry.
I say we pack y'all on a bus. We take you outside of the American borders and point to the actual door you need to come through and say.
It's like saying, oh, I'm okay with a virus sitting on my computer. No firewall. Virus just comes in. It's like you're saying you're basically. I'm not calling illegal immigrants a virus, but it's a comparison between the two. Basically saying, it's like you're sitting here. We don't know who's coming to our country. We don't know what organization they're a part of. We don't know what their plans are. So why would you put that risk up for yourself? It's like saying, oh, I have a virus. It can steal my data. You can track what I do. Oh, but it's fine. It's just a virus. Like, I'm sorry, but like, that's not okay. You have firewalls for a reason. You lock your doors for a reason. You have a gate around your property for a reason. There is security for a reason. You basically have created a vulnerability in your security. How is that okay?
Yep. Now, some of you might say, well, what about the old people trying to come across? They're not bad people. On May 22nd, a 75-year-old woman was arrested for smuggling drugs cross the U.S.-Mexico border. I am sorry,
Case
but
in point.
you cannot.
Case in
Border
point.
agents say they caught the woman with 17 pounds of heroin, and they were 40 miles from El Paso. I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter if you're child, old, young. If you're coming in illegally, we don't know what you're carrying with you. We should not look at old people and say, "Oh, they're probably fine." No. Case in point.
You said illegally, right? I want to make sure you just said. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Just checking.
Illegally.
Yeah.
Illegally, and they caught it with a metal detector and X-ray device. So.
I'm sorry. No, if you have not, if you have your green card, that's one thing. Because green cards are okay. I know my one of my family members had a green card. They became a legalized citizen very recently. And that's fine. That's okay. If you have a green card, okay, cool. Now work towards your citizenship. But if you're here legally, no green card, no citizenship, go home, try again.
Yep.
And then I'll be okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just not okay with this. I'm sorry, I'm just plainly not. It's just there's too many risks involved.
Oh my goodness. And then they say, think of the children. I'm sorry, but your parents committed a crime. I don't care. Your parents chose to break the law. You get to suffer the consequences.
And not only that, but now the children are getting an example that it's okay to break the law. How is that good parenting?
Exactly. I'm it's just
sorry.
It's nuts.
Sorry.
But yeah, that's my whole thought on this. Illegal immigrants have no rights to vote in any election. And as far as I'm concerned, they have no rights at all. Again, except for basic human rights, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we kind of tore this article apart pretty stinking well. Good job. So we're gonna head and move on to our last article. 28 changes coming to No Man's Sky with Next. I wish I would define. Okay, did it talk about what Next?
Next is the update, the name of the update.
Oh, that's confusing. No Man's Sky is getting its first major update in a year, and it adds a lot to the cosmic exploration experience. Hello Games has already revealed the headline additions coming to the Next update with a very clear focus on responding to players' desires. Multiplayer, upgraded base building, character customizations is essentially a wish list drawn from comments section internet wide. Now, to give some of you guys a backstory, hold on. Drink some water here for a minute. Do a lot of talking at TM, and water is very good to have. Yes. Actually, the talk about No Man's Sky kind of dates back actually a little bit before the Morning Metro was actually was redesigned. Originally under the name The Metro Cast, Nearby Player, myself, and I believe my friend Daniel, we covered No Man's Sky and the original hype. Several years later, then released, but then sorely disappointed. A couple months after release, when they realized how broken of a game and lack of basically everything the game had, took players $60 away, which I'm going to say again, which nobody's really going to care, but I'm going to say it anyway. Hello Games has no right to ask $60 for the game still, when they basically broke players' trust with the update that they originally launched. The game should actually be $30 or less. Yeah. Or less. Indeed. It better go on sale during the Steam Winter Sale. That is the only time I will buy, is when it's on Steam Winter Sale. Okay, sorry. Done ranting. Okay, with the next update, with a very clear focus. Okay, blah 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 blah. But after getting our hands on the upcoming version of the game and talking to creator Sean Murray, we spotted lots of details, both part of those headlines changes and beyond that have been added, all of which add up to make Next an even bigger step for the game than we first thought. Here's everything we noticed. Now, really quick, This article comes from IGN.com, and I may actually kind of like sort of skim through because it's a very long, again, another one of those long articles. Alone or together, full multiplayer is finally coming to No Man's Sky, and the first thing you'll notice is that the once lonely galaxy is a lot sillier when playing with friends. Who would have thought walling someone into a cave with a terrain manipulator, laughing at the misfortune, was a tweak this game needed. Parties can be up to 4 players large. There's no range limit on your party. While parties set up by joining single player games, they aren't even a host. The restriction is that all players have to be using the save file in the same game mode, normal, creative, or survival. Let's see. Starships are strictly assigned to a player that owns them. Ooh, that's cool. It means you can't steal your friend's starship. But you can share almost everything else. Transferring items across inventories now gives you the option to send any item to any player in your party. A player can also activate photo mode while the rest of the party carries on playing, meaning you can stage some lovely shots. There's some other things here. Bases can now be built anywhere. Bases can now be built out of the 20,000 individual pieces, meaning you can build giant sprawling complexes. There's a barrage of things that I don't know if they're, let's see.
You can also base build within a capital ship owned by a party member. Capital ships. Awesome.
Let's see. Perhaps the nicest change is the ability to repair critically damaged systems piece by piece. Instead of having to stockpile all the materials needed, you can plug in what you have and leave to find more, freeing up inventory space. Ooh, nice. New scanning view also helps show off a new addition. Worlds can now be peppered with buried treasure, which you can uncover with the terrain manipulator and crack open various rewards. And there's just a couple other little things in here. I was just sort of skimming, reading what I thought was interesting. But cool. I just realized I wasn't in the article view, but cool. Very good indeed. This is definitely something that the No Man's Sky needed for sure. Because
we'll see how it all works out, and hopefully
Gertrude and I will eventually play it.
Price.
Yeah,
hopefully. I know when it was first coming out, before it was actually released, the hype was real.
It was very real.
And I was so close to buying it, and then when it actually came out, did you know that when it first came out, it was so bad that Steam actually started offering refunds for anybody who bought it?
I believe I remember that, yes.
Yeah. And it on the first day it came out, there was like 200,000 players, and the next day it was like down to like 5,000 or something. It was like a huge drop.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
I mean they basically messed everybody over, essentially. They did exactly what a normal AAA company does. They hype everybody and then they mess everybody over. That's essentially what they did.
Yeah. But at least Hello Games stated when it came out that all future updates would be free. There was not going to be any DLC. It was all going to be included in the price because they knew they effed up, basically.
Yeah, essentially they did. Yeah. So, well, I believe that brings us to the end of our show, which makes me sad. But we'll be here and we'll be live. Let's see. I'm looking at my calendar. Not till August 4th. Yes. Yeah. August 4th. I wish I could say May the 4th be with you, but we're long past that. I could say August 4th be with you, but that doesn't work either.
No, not really.
And also, too, I want to make a quick additional note. August 18th, I will be out of town, which means there'll be no TMM whatsoever. I don't know if there'll be a rant edition or not. That's up to Gertrude, but there'll be no TMM whatsoever for that. So, but we'll be here August 4th, so we'll see you then. And otherwise, we wish you guys a great Monday, because of course the episodes are loaded on Monday for you guys to listen to and everything. But until then, if you guys are here watching, enjoy your rainy Saturday. I know it may not be raining everywhere. It is raining here, but yeah. And Gertron, of course, always a pleasure. Enjoy doing the show with you, sir.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure doing the show with you as well.
So, but yeah, I guess we're gonna now segue on out of here and we'll see you guys next time.
Next time.
Thank you for listening to the Morning Metro. All stories and articles belong to their respected companies. Songs used for broadcasts. Intro music, Retro Funky by Persephone. Remix by Sundance. Outro music, 305 by Approach Nirvana. All music belongs to their respected copyright holders. For article submissions, questions, comments, or concerns, please email us at themorningmetro@gmail.com.